All right, everybody, let's go ahead and make a statement. The attack in Orlando, Florida, is an expression of hatred, an expression of intolerance, an expression of bigotry, not the expression of a religion or of a religious people, but the expression of a viciousness and hatred of one person, engaging in a horrible act, expressing his own personal antipathy and hatred for a community and for a people. He does it, he claims, in the name of Islam or in the name of Allah, but that is a lie. Allah never directed this or ordered this. This is entirely his own act. He was responsible for his actions. He died doing it. He probably willingly died doing it, but it is an act of bigotry and hatred. As a minister in the Christian religion, as an ordained elder of the United Methodist Church, as the senior pastor of a church in the North Texas Conference, I stand in solidarity with those who were horribly impacted by this terrible, awful deed. I pray for those who died. I pray for those who have been hurt. I call us to acts of peace and reconciliation, reaching across lines that have divided us for so long. I read an article that came out yesterday which said that this horrible attack has revealed fissures in our society, in the American society. And it did, but there was fissures, canyons really, that were long known about. It's nothing that was a secret. But what maybe this will call us to do is to recognize that a whole people, a whole community, gays, lesbians, bisexuals, transgendered individuals, who have been on the margin of society for so long and have been moving into acceptability in our society, especially through events like the legalization of marriage for their community. These individuals, these people are still in jeopardy and still capable of being targeted by bigots who hate them. And we cannot allow this. We cannot allow this kind of activity. We must instead stand up and say no more. No more violence, no more hatred, no more bigotry. Instead, we must proclaim the message that my boss taught us. My boss, who is a Jew, a rabbi, a Pharisaic Jew living in the first century, who said, love the Lord your God and love your neighbor as yourself. If we would live our lives with that maxim, if we would live our lives according to that calling, then these kinds of things would not happen, or they would happen far less frequently. We cannot respond to this kind of violence with hatred. We dare not respond to this kind of violence with hatred or bigotry on our own. Instead, we must recognize and proclaim that God's love will prevail. When the shooter went in and attacked, he screamed, Wallah Akbar. God is great. God is great. But God is great in love, not in hate. God is great in love, not in violence. God is great in love, not rejection. God is great in love, not segregation. God is great in love, in acceptance, in peace. And that is what we're called to proclaim. That is what I, as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, must proclaim. That God is great in love. So I pray for the people of Orlando. I pray for the people anywhere who are combated tonight by fear, who are afraid of going out of their homes, who are terrified of violence that might occur in their communities. And I pray for peace and for hope and for love. All right. That's about as good as I can make it.